Welcome to these video devotions. I'm Greg Wilcox with Good Samaritan. One of my favorite psalm texts is Psalm 136. The psalmist rehearses much of the history of Israel, but after each line he has a wonderful little refrain, "His steadfast love endures forever." I'd like to read just the last few verses of Psalm 136 and then a little reflection on that. It is he who remembered us in our low estate, for his steadfast love endures forever, and rescued us from our foes, for his steadfast love endures forever, who gives food to all flesh, for his steadfast love endures forever. O give thanks to the God of heaven, for his steadfast love endures forever. The psalmist writes in between the lines of the lives of his reader this wonderful little phrase, "For his steadfast love endures forever." And it's still true for us in the midst of our lives these days, so affected and impacted by all of the things with the COVID-19 outbreak. As our lives change, the psalmist would remind us that those little words, that wonderful promise, are written between the lines of our lives. As we go to the grocery store and find many of the aisles bare, for his steadfast love endures forever. As we shelter at home and are isolated, for his steadfast love endures forever. As our work lives change and our plans are upset, for his steadfast love endures forever, and so on. Whatever's going on in your lives these days, all of the trouble, the trial, the struggle and challenge, the psalmist reminds each of us that in between, in the midst of all of those things, God's steadfast love for each of us endures forever. Would you pray with me, please? Gracious God, we praise you, for your steadfast love endures forever. By the power of your Spirit, make that love real to each of us today. Remind us that in between all of the stuff of our lives, moment by moment, day in and day out, your steadfast love is woven into our lives, and for that we praise you. Bless us, Jesus, we pray in your name. Amen. Have a great day.